Good morning friends. In the recent amendments to Fcra regulations, the reduction in the limit on spending towards administrative expenses to 20% from the earlier limit of 50% have created a lot of buzz among the registered NGOs. Although the definition of administrative expenses have been clearly and specifically laid down in Rule 5 of the Foreign Contribution Regulation Rules 2011, but most of the organizations are still unable to comprehend the intricacies of the definition and are in a dilemma of how to run their projects with the reduced limit. In today's video, I wish to provide clarity to most of you by sharing my opinion and understanding of the administrative expenses under Fcra and how the organizations involved deep into social welfare activities will not be much affected by such reduced limit. Before moving on to the definition directly, let me first share as to what could have been the intent of the government in putting a restriction on administrative expenses initially and reducing the limit further in the new amendments. Let's understand it from the perspective of a donor. Don't you feel that any amount contributed by the donor must specifically be spent towards the laid down objective? There were several organizations who have created huge infrastructure due to which most of the amount contributed is utilized towards maintenance of the same rather than on philanthropic purposes for which they were actually meant. Don't you think they were taking undue advantage and diverting the funds meant for a certain class of beneficiaries towards meeting the administrative cost? We feel that being a genuine and transparent organization, there is nothing to worry, and in fact, one should welcome the step taken by the government. We understand that certain administrative expenses might be required for execution of projects and running of organization, but in order to ensure the propriety in the utilization of funds only and specifically towards meeting the larger purpose of social welfare, such restrictions were very much necessary. So all in all, the intent of the government was very noble, which was to ensure that the maximum portion of the contribution are utilized towards the core purpose and to meet the ultimate objective of social welfare. Moving on to the definition of administrative expenses under Fcra, the salary, wages, travel expenses and any kind of remuneration to the members of the executive committee or those involved in managing the activities of the organization. I repeat, those involved in managing the activities of the organization are one of those expenses which are considered as administrative in nature. But if we carefully read the provision to the definition, which can also be considered as exception to the definition, it has been mentioned that the expenses incurred by the welfare-oriented organizations in furtherance of their stated objectives. I repeat, it has been mentioned that the expenses incurred by the welfare-oriented organizations in furtherance of their stated objectives shall be out of the cover of admin expenses. Now, what do you mean by welfare-oriented organizations? The Fcra regulations have nowhere defined such organizations, but as per the Cambridge Dictionary, welfare means help given especially by the state or an organization to people who need it, especially because they do not have enough money. Similarly, as per Oxford Dictionary, any kind of financial help or support is welfare. So, in our opinion, salary or remuneration paid to those personnel who are directly involved at the ground level in executing the project or running of the welfare programs or performance of their responsibilities are one of the core activities to achieve the main objective, then it should not be considered as administrative in nature. I repeat the entire wordings. So in our opinion, salary or remuneration paid to those personnel who are directly involved at the ground level in executing the project or running of the welfare programs or performance of their responsibilities are one of the core activities to achieve the main objective, then it should not be considered as administrative in nature. To give you all a few examples, salary of caretakers, nurses, or by whatever name called in case of old age homes or orphanage, special educators in case of organizations looking after disabled or physically challenged children, salary of teachers in case of schools, salary of doctors or nurses in case of hospitals or medical centers, salary of field workers who reach out to the direct beneficiaries, and any other personnel involved directly in execution of the project at the grassroots level should not be considered as administrative in nature. Similarly, not only salary etc. but even other expenses listed out as administrative expenses under FCRA rules, namely all expenses related to consumables like electricity and water charges, telephone charges, postal charges, printing and stationery, and expenditure on office equipment, cost of accounting for and administering funds, expenses towards running and maintenance of vehicle, cost of writing and filing reports, legal and professional charges, and rent of premises, repairs to premises, and expenses or on other utilities if incurred by such welfare oriented organizations towards furtherance of their objectives shall not be considered as administrative in nature. So in our opinion, any of the above expenditures which are incurred specifically towards the running of the project and play an integral role in its execution and completion, thus achieving the main and the core objective of the contribution, should not be considered as administrative in nature but part of the project running expenses. Even purchase of stationery items and other consumables, payment of rent for premises or its repairing work hired specifically for the purpose of the project, payment to specified professionals such as resource person fees who actually lays down the strategy and provides training to the field executives, vehicles which are solely used to meet the objectives of the project and not for any other organizational work, and many more of such expenses should not be considered as administrative in nature. Yes, at times it might be difficult for the organization to draw a line or distinctly identify or allocate such expenses between the project and administration, but this is how it should be done, and in our view, this was also what was intended by the legislation. To explain it further, let's now discuss what in our opinion should be considered as administrative in nature. In our view, those expenditure which needs to be incurred towards the overall maintenance and running of the organization even when no project are in progress or the organization is temporarily closed, and which relates to overall supervision and management of the activities, as also mentioned in the definition, are said to be establishment and administration cost. To give you all of you examples, again, salary of project coordinators or managers whose roles are merely restricted in overall administration of the project and are not directly involved in its execution or closely working with the beneficiaries. Purchase of stationery or consumables for the office purpose, and even if it is purchased also for the project but the cost cannot be distinctly allocated to the project. Rent of office premises or repairing work done which have not been taken exclusively for single project but is used for the management for other projects as well. Legal and professional charges which are not necessary for the execution of the project, such as project auditors, lawyers, etc. From our discussions, it is very clear that merely going by the wordings of the definition as laid down in the FCRA rules will not be sufficient in order to distinguish as to what will form of part of administrative expenditure and what will count as program expenditure. One need to understand the roles and responsibilities of the personnel hired and their involvement in the project, and in case of other expenditures, it is the determination of purpose for which they are incurred shall play an important role. So to sum up, The organizations which are genuine, transparent, and who understands their accountability towards donor and the society as a whole need not worry regarding the restriction on administrative expenditure. In fact, the accounting at their end needs to be revisited and redefined to ensure that organizational expenditures are not mixed with project expenditures, thus prima facie leading to high administrative cost, which if properly accounted might not be the actual scenario. Considering the tightening of norms on a regular basis by the MHA department, it is now very essential for all of you to clearly identify the administrative expenses, especially for foreign funded projects. For more details and queries, you can mail or comment below. Thank you.